Is there much of a difference between, say, the Monday and the Friday show? The Monday, you've been able to maybe stay up a little later over the weekends, and oh, it's Monday morning. And by Friday, are you either gassed or are you more energized and looser by the end of the week?
I think the energy level is pretty much the same. I hope through the week. You're definitely looking ahead to the weekend, and we make no apologies for the fact that we like weekends. Everybody does, and we can be a little irreverent about it. I remember early on in the show, we would sit way back when we were not nearly as successful. I was called in and I was told, "Don't make such a big deal about the weekends. It sounds like you don't want to be there." But nobody wants to be at work, yeah, but it makes it sound like you're not having fun. And they lay off us now.
They're very good with us.
Yes.
I have to say, our management, our across the board, they really do let us kind of do what we want to do, and we're very blessed.
Yes, in the early days, I got talked to one time about repeated references to the Fox primetime programming geniuses. I said, don't make fun of the people at the network. But now it's okay.
You can do that,
Sure.
yeah.
Like David Letterman for a while, opposite CBS.
When they had shows that lasted one episode, we're doing satellite interviews with these hopeful little stars saying, "So you must be so excited you're on primetime at Fox tonight," and the next day they've been canceled. But that happens everywhere now.
Yeah. Well, you do get every single star of every Fox series kind of coming through, either via satellite or on the show itself, right? No matter how peripheral you've got to do it.
Sure. It's a big market. It's very important to the network, and we're part of the company.
Okay. I'll ask a couple more questions, and we're going to have a little surprise for Megan before we open it to the audience questions. Tell it to
no idea what this could be.
Yes, he does. But tell it to Tim. Can you? And the little bobblehead has become a very popular feature on Fridays. I think this past Friday, somebody just said you were an idiot and you should be bounced out of work and your bosses should fire you or whatever. And of course, you took it very well.
He does it to himself. He does it to himself.
But I'm sure it amazes you the level sometimes, or maybe the kinds of questions you get, and then what you decide to go with on the air. Do you enjoy the segment?
Well, nice people aren't funny. Okay? Nice people are nice, and that's nice. But nice people are not as funny as mean people are.
Here's the deal. I had to do Tell It to Tim when we stopped that, 2 or 3 years ago. I think I did it twice for him, where I had to go through those phone calls. It was horrifying to me. I mean, I was genuinely upset by what I heard. I mean, just the anger, the meanness. I mean, it was horrible to the point where I really told him, I can't go through these phone calls. He enjoys it. I mean, he goes through these things and he loves it. He asked for it.
It began with somebody around the building said, "Hey, this is what we're thinking about doing is taking phone calls, putting it, and so could you maybe do like a little prototype of it?" And so I put together a prototype, some angry phone calls I'd gotten. It was very rough cut. And the boss said, we watched it, and she said, "That's really mean." And I said, "Well, it's funny. Isn't it?" "Well, yeah, but are you okay with this?" "Of course I'm okay with this." So it's kind of taken on a life of its own.
I'll tell you though, I mean, when I first started, he told me, you get 1 month's free pass. Basically.
We did. We had 4 coupons.
Thank goodness, because again, if you don't sign up for this necessarily, sometimes it is hurtful a little bit. I mean, my skin is about like this now. I mean, but I'm going back to when I first started.
But that's good.
It is good. No, it is good.
You can do anything now. You can sell cars now.
It's true. But one of our reporters, Adrian, this past week. I mean, bless his heart. He just does hard news. He's not part of all of this normally. But you scared the bejeebies out of him because basically he was out in the field. And right before I Tell It to Tim, he had our executive producer Tammy call him and say, "Get him ready because we want to go to him after Tell It to Tim." And basically, you didn't tell him anything that you were
She didn't
was going to
know.
be talked
I
about.
didn't
She
tell
didn't
her
know
what it
either.
was. No.
And he was terrified. I mean, just terrified. So he basically had to stand there and wait. He thought, they're going to say something about me. What's going to be said?
What did I do
What
this
did I
week?
do?
What stories did I
Oh
do?
my
One day
gosh.
I did.
I mean, he literally was just so frightened, and it wound up being no big deal. But he said his heart was just pounding like this. I mean, it really just scared him, and you thought it was funny.
It's good for the kid.
It's good.
Gotta work them in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's better for it, yeah.
Now, Megan, on the other hand, you get, again, on the website, a lot of my readers are always, whenever I mention your name, oh, there's the hottest woman in television, and, I can't wait to see Megan in HD, and I don't get those comments about Tim.
What
so,
about me?
how do you handle, I mean, it's obviously flattering and all, but it's a lot to deal with at times, isn't it? Or?
No, I mean, obviously, anything positive, I'm all just bring on the positiveness. Because I hear the negativity, and I always figure it's got to balance itself out in some way, shape, or form. But, of course, anything nice is very flattering. So I always welcome niceness. But I'm stressed about the HD. I'm not going to lie. I am. Just the hair and the makeup and it's like,
It's all different makeup, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
it's
it
a
is.
spray
I
on.
think it is. Yeah, just being a girl, it's like, oh, great. They're going to see everything. But
There's only so much they can do for some of us. I don't know. I think in the mornings, I think it's less crucial because, as you said,
yeah.
people, for the most part, are listening in the morning. And, I talk to people who have a television in the bedroom, in the bathroom, and in the kitchen, and turn them all on, hopefully to us, and go from one room to the other and say, I'm not always watching, but I'm listening all the time. So, and that's how we try to write as well, is to write for the ear as much as for the eye.
Broadcast style is,
yeah.
conversational.
Yeah.
Our news is much more conversational in the morning than reading a newspaper.
And I should mention that when he was talking about, typing on the computer, it's really true. And what's amazing now, and I guess this is relatively new, where they both have laptops, you type a change in the script or whatever, and it shows up automatically on the teleprompter, right? Is that relatively new? I mean, it used to be, you'd have these reams of paper being spit out, and it was always, something would always go wrong. I find it amazing that you can just type right into the teleprompter.
It's great, yeah. I love technology. Yeah, no, you can put the changes in there instantly. I've changed her scripts all the time and screw her up.
Thanks. Yeah, no, but it is a blessing because we do. We're going through scripts in the show until about 8 o'clock generally, and a lot of people don't know that. When he's reading, I'm rewriting my script. When I'm reading, he's rewriting his script, and so yeah, I don't know what we would do if we didn't have that instance, because a lot of times we're behind, and you need
We'd have to be in 3 hours earlier to go through all
pretty
the
much.
content.
All right, well now, I hope we had, no, don't put it up just yet, I hope we have audio. This was given to us by an associate at the station.
Did you do this?
And Megan's mother was once a contestant on the Match Game back in 1978, and I believe we have a clip of that.
My
And
mother,
so if we
she's
could
the one
dim
who
the,
humiliated.
if it's possible to dim the lights a bit, we're going to go ahead and cue that up and hope that it works better than the first one. Okay.
She was, I think, 23 years old, or 24 when she did this.
Wow.
I know. Oh my gosh.
And will we see any resemblance personality-wise?
Well, Gene Rayburn most should there.
I don't know.
Okay, for Lisa Henderson.
I'm fine.
Good. Lisa, where are you from?
I'm from San Pedro,
San Pedro.
yes, where I have a husband and 2 children.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Texas, where I have 2 beautiful grandmothers who just are crazy about you. And
Really?
I'd like to say hello to them if I can.
What are their names?
Eura Spence and Blanche Clark from Port Arthur, Texas.
Yeah. All right, say hello. Where are you? Hello, Granny.
Hi.
Oh, Granny, there you are, you bastard. You're jumping around now. Okay. Anything else you want to say, Lisa?
No, just congratulations.
Yes. You're doing
We
okay.
can,
Undertaker, Wall Bear, all good work life. All right,
She
next
lost,
week, yeah.
bottom line. She lost.
Did she make any money?
Oh, I don't, no, I think she literally got a year's supply of something, but I don't even remember what it was. But no, she didn't go home with much.
Kikkoman soy sauce.
Yeah,
I think.
something like that. Pampers or something.
Well, TV was certainly great back then,
I
wasn't it?
know.